3 duplexes, a 5-unit, and 3 single families.
Do you think you'd be a builder if that house didn't turn into a flip? You think you'd just be a flipper, or you think you'd
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
You never know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whole different path.
Yeah, I could still be a flipper and not making any money. You borrow money from the banks to build the big homes. Well, once you borrow money from the bank, you have to pay interest. It's called carry cost. You have to pay interest to them monthly, depending on how much you borrow from them. So, like I said, commercial is more expensive, so you're borrowing more money, so your carry costs are more and more expensive each month. So you have to have a lot of that money, or you need to raise it on the front end. But if you have no experience, you're not gonna be able to raise the money. So that's why residential, start small, learn the game, show proof of concept, do some successful deals, get that under your belt, then leverage that and raise money from investors, make some people some money, and then grow from there and get into the big stuff. It's always OPM, use other people's money. You don't want to use your own money. You want to keep your money in the bank, you know, for emergencies and stuff like that, to live off of whatever, and then use other people's monies, if it's the banks or if it's investors or if it's credit lines, whatever it is. And that's how you can scale it fast. Plus your return on investment's infinite because you don't have any money in the game. So your investment was zero, but your return's crazy. Especially if you're building to like rent and you rent it out every month, and your infinite return, you're gonna constantly get a return on zero investment because you used other people's money.
What's the longest you've held on to a property? What's your oldest property now that you have renting?
Probably 5 years, right about 5 years.
Okay, so right from the start.
Yeah, when I first started making money in real estate, I sold, you know, my first new construction, and I went and bought a rental home, and I was paying cash for the rental homes. The first 5 that I bought, I paid cash for them. I bought my first one for $88,000. I still remember it to this day. My first rental house, fresh out of prison. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. All I did was I read a bunch of stuff that was like passive income, cash flow, you need rental homes, it's gonna help you, tax advantages. And I was like, all right, well, best way for me to learn is just jumping into something, right? I'm kind of hard-headed, so I just fucking need to jump in, bust my head a couple times to learn the whole game. So that's what I did. I paid cash, $88,000 for it. And yeah, it was fucked up. It was bad. Foundation was all fucked up. So then I started calling, figuring out how I can, you know, fix the foundation, fix this, fix the sheetrock, and put the new floors in, redo the plumbing, and redo this and that. You know, so with minimal investment, I tried to do all these things. And then I got it rented, and I was like, fuck yeah, got it rented. It was cash flowing like $400 a month after I paid the debt service. And then I just kept doing that. I got up to 5, and then I learned about refinancing and doing it through the BRRRR strategy. So you buy, rehab, rent, and refi. So basically you buy the properties, fix them up, rent them out, and then you refinance all your money out. So then you have zero money into that asset, and it's still cash flowing $400 a month. I'm actually refining 7 of them right this second. Let me send them an email check on that. So yeah, so once I learned that game, I refied all 5, got all my money back, and then fucking just doubled it down, and that's how I got up to like 90 rental homes. The thing is your health. Without your health, what's relationships, what's money, what's anything, right? So you definitely got to get your health right. So it's like first thing in the morning, try to get my health right. Even, it doesn't have to be lifting, you know, as long as your heart's going, getting some cardiovascular stuff going. I already did cardio, so a lot of people need that. Try to keep that fat off of me. That shit leads to illnesses and diseases and all kinds of shit. Yeah, lemon water. That's the secret. I'm in the process of switching property managers right now. So I'll probably have to deal with some of that today also. Do they answer the phone when I call them? Are they sending me reports monthly or weekly? Are they collecting all the money and wiring it to me? When I look at the wires that hit my account, sometimes they look a little low. I'm like, what the fuck? So I want the report to know like who hasn't paid, so maybe I can reach out to them. My current property manager, he's not sending me those reports, right? So he sends me these little wires, and I'm like, man, I know a lot of money's missing, so who should I contact? I don't even know who to contact. I gotta call him, he doesn't answer. It's a fucking pain in my ass, so I'm gonna switch over to a new property manager. And if that property manager sucks, I'm gonna hire one in-house. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely organized, on time, answers the phone, professional. You know, they're my properties. I don't want a property manager that thinks he's the boss. They're still my properties. He's managing my property, so I'm still the boss. I need to know what's going on with everything about my property. So they need to be extremely communicative to me, communicate everything, overly communicative. That's it. So it's not cheap to get into building, right? You have to come up with cash somehow, some way. So like I was able to borrow it from friends and family. I borrowed 200 grand. That's how I was able to get into my first flip house. It was a successful venture. So I made money, and then I dumped all the money back into another project. And so that's how I got into it. But this day and age, if you have $0 and you're trying to get into it, now you can hire mentors or coaches like myself, and then I can even put you into a business funding program, which is part of the Builder Accelerator program that I teach and coach. And we get you funding from credit lines. So I can get you into this development game with zero money out of your pocket. All you gotta do is join the program. Pay my low fee, I'll get you business funding. We'll get the money off the credit lines into your bank account, and then we'll find you a property. So it's really easy in 2024 right now with all the different technology and the access that you have to like mentors and coaches. See, back when I got out 5-6 years ago, this coaching and mentorship phenomenon kind of is just starting to arise over the past like year and a half, 2 years. And it's really starting to get bigger and bigger. So you can just reach out to people on social media and say, hey, how much do you charge to teach me the whole game? And boom, there you go. So say I was going into the commercial real estate space, and I would, go to a big ass hotel builder or a big apartment complex builder, and I would just shoot them a DM, say, hey, I want to learn, how much you gonna charge me to teach me? And there you go. Next thing you know, I'll be a commercial developer. It was my first home I ever built without a partner. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna build it and live in it, maybe, See how it all turned out. And sure enough, I built it and fucking turned out badass, just like all the other ones. And now I live there. I've lived there for 3 years. Yep. I need to sell it and move to a new one. As a builder, you move like every 2-3 years because capital gains taxes and stuff, Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. I wish I would have dropped it like 4 inches down. So it's pretty sweet though. First pool I ever built. Sit. Good boy. Boy, we ain't playing with you right now, boy. Hey. Heel. Heel. Sit. Hey. Good. 7 months. They're both he's.
Still not young.
Yeah. There's you. Like that.
Yeah.
I got a rental house down there.
I got you. Okay.
I got a new construction house down here. It's on the market. I got another new construction down here. I got 2 other ones over there. I sold a bunch of them over here. This is like my stomping grounds,
Yeah.
I really like this neighborhood though. We're cleaning out the garage right now, ready to drywall it. We're putting sprinkler systems in, getting this thing ready. Sprinklers should be, irrigation should be done Thursday. Supposed to have photos Friday. That's what I told the guy, but I don't think we'll have staging done. So, gotta work on that. Marcio! Come on! ¿Dónde, Javier? The hat? What happened to the hat? Come on. Nuevo. Come on.
4, 5,
Espejo.
2,
Trace.
3.
Mm. This one, abajo. Abajo. This one, pedestal sink. This, cocina. In the cocina. So that's why we work out in the morning time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta work out in the morning time so we have enough strength and muscle to do our work. Yo, I'm putting this house on the market and it looks like shit and the plugs don't work and there's no plugs for the LED mirrors and the lights are different colors and the floor plug's messed up. When can you have this fixed? I needed it done last weekend. We got irrigation going in, plants, rocks. We're getting all this stuff moved today. Probably gonna have to put some sod over here to make it look nice. We're gonna run all the irrigation lines so this all can get water. We're gonna remove this. Are we gonna remove the tree? Corta? Oi? So we gotta get this thing buttoned up. I wanna take photos, but I need the furniture, but I need all the touch-ups done, mirrors hung, I need all this painted, and I definitely need the landscaping. So that way we can get furniture, take photos, clean it really good, put it on the market. Hey guys, here's one more reason why you do not want to buy another builder's build. I got this house from a foreclosure, looked like a great deal, still is going to end up being a decent deal, but one thing that I overlooked, it had windows inside the home. Well, come to find out, this is in a conservation district and those windows were not approved to be in the home. It's crazy because I actually built a home not very far from here. I can walk there, it's about a street over and a block, 2 blocks down. And I was trying to get a head start. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, I already know what the windows are that will be approved. So I ordered the exact same windows that I put on that home over there, which is in a conservation district, and were approved. I ordered them, they came in, I installed them, I got an inspection, and they're fucking not approved in this district. There's a line that I somehow missed, and now those windows aren't approved over here. So that's the biggest mistake I've made on this house. Cost me about 30 grand. I had to order all new windows for this house. I verified 4 times with the city, so it didn't happen again to me. And yeah, we finally got these ugly windows for this ugly house that I didn't build, but I'm trying to make it nice. I think somebody's gonna love it. Not my personal style. It's got a weird layout, but hey, we're still looking at about a $400,000 profit on this home. So I'll let you know how it shakes out, but hell, if I make 150,000, I'll be happy, right? No electricity is hurting us. I knew something was going on. We're gonna get electricity in this house today, back on. It does feel good in here though, so I don't know if it's been out that long, because it feels pretty cold in here. But I don't see anything that big of a deal. Leaks or caulking, just a little separation. You know, sometimes when it gets cold, we get a little separation, so I just need to come fix a little stuff like that. We have some open houses. I think putting appliances in would help maybe. So I'm gonna add the appliances and get it cleaned and buttoned up. Buyers can be extremely judgmental. So please make sure your house is buttoned up and it looks top quality always. I know when you change weather and change from hot to cold inside the home, maybe with a new HVAC, new condensers, some of the materials shrink or expand, and this can cause little cracks along the baseboards or the door trim. Please make sure you fix that immediately. You might need to put some more caulking in there, maybe touch it up with some wood putty and then paint it, whatever it is. But buyers don't like that because they think immediately it's foundation problems. It's not foundation problems, it's just shrinking and expanding of the wood. So walk your houses, the ones that are on market, and constantly and consistently check for little items like this. You might need to recaulk the baseboards. Sometimes, you know, there's little gaps that need recaulking. It happens in every house. It's extremely common. So if your house is sitting on the market, it's most likely due to you not walking your home and keeping it up to par and not giving off bad foundation problems, because that's the #1 issue buyers hate to see. Crutchfield Custom tips and tricks. Either price too high, or there's something going on in this house that the people don't like. We just walked it. I didn't find anything in the house that was off-putting. Maybe a few cracks in the baseboards. I'm gonna button those up. I don't have appliances in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the appliances in, make it show a little bit better. And I say we drop the price another 100,000. I want this thing gone in the next 45 days. So we'll make those 2 adjustments, and we'll listen to the feedback and see what it says. First, we're building houses in the same area. I want to know their pricing on painting. My painter is a little expensive, but I want to check their pricing just to keep my painter in check. But if they do beat him by a lot, I might just go with this company. Under roof.
Yeah.
So if this is 4,000 square foot, you're charging $8 under.
Yeah.
And that's for exterior too.
Exterior, interior.
Cabinets, trim, everything.
Yeah, all material.
So 32,000?
But that's a warranty. On this one. Like,
That's a lot of money. 30 grand?
I mean, not probably. 4, 5, 6.
6 guys? How long it take you to finish this
Like
house?
a month.
Really?
Yeah, because we need to prep inside the cabinets. We need to caulking, pouring, sanding.
Let's check it out. I feel like $8 is high though. Normally they charge like $5, $5.50.
I mean, for example, look, this guy is like 4 guys.
This is what you gotta do. You gotta walk into projects, meet good people, and that way you can get bids and keep everybody around the same price. And you might meet better, this guy might be a better painter than the one I use.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. $8 though, I don't know about that.
I mean,
It's pricey. Little Ritz, normally they're around 6. He's charging 8, but he also had to do the cabinets in there, inside the cabinets and on the exterior of the cabinet doors. So he's a little bit more expensive, but that's just their starting point, you know. We'll get him down to price $6.50, $6. But yeah, that's how you do it. Pull up on a job site, walk up and ask for their cards, ask for their numbers, ask for their pricing, and then call them whenever you get a house built and get a bid from them and compare it to 2 or 3 other bids, and you'll see exactly where they fall. Here are my 2 lots right here. About to start building on these, still waiting on the city permitting. These were actually in something called a Mill Creek flood zone. It's a very specific type of flood zone just in this area. All it is we gotta make sure that our finished floor is 3 feet above the closest drainage inlet. You guys might only see dirt, but I see gold right here. I see dollar bills in my bank account. Cause I'm gonna turn this dirt, it's actually 2 lots. I'm gonna turn it into $400,000 in my bank account, each lot. So that's about $800,000. So when you guys are driving by this dirt every single day, stop and figure out whose dirt it is and see how you can build a new construction house on it and make 400 grand. So that's what I do. And you're about to see me put a badass house here, 2 badass houses right here. Yeah, we just passed it. 8 million. You'd have to buy and demolish it to build like one of these big nice ones. 8 million just for the dirt. Like that house right there is probably 30 million. Like That lot right there is probably 10 million or more, maybe 15 million. $30 million home. I had to wrap it, modify it.
It's wrapped.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Very striking.
Yep, thank you. So in real estate development, you really got to reinvest all your early profits in order to scale and grow and fill the pipeline up. Because you got to think, when we're building these houses, they do not like come to fruition for 12 to 18 months, right? Because they're bigger homes, they take longer to build, get through the permitting, get them built, then you put them on the market. So by the time you see your return on investment and your profits, it might be 14 months. So how did I eat for the past 14 months, right? So you gotta save some of that money, or you gotta have a job when you first get into it, or some savings to where you can eat and afford to live, and while you're building. So you can kind of eat off the budget a little bit, the construction budget, but I wouldn't suggest that. But if you have to, you can. But remember, that's the only amount of money you're gonna get. So if you get $700,000 to build a home, it's only $700,000. So if you use, 10 grand of it to eat, you gotta find that from something else, get cheaper lights or whatever it is. But anyway, so yeah, you gotta save money. So when I first started out, man, I reinvested all my profits for 2.5 years before I bought anything. All I bought was more land, more lots, and rental houses. That was all I was spending money on for 2.5 years. Once I scaled up so big where I knew my pipeline was full of like 40 homes, that's when I was like, all right, I make 200 grand here, 300 grand here. I know that I'm gonna make another 200-300 grand when this next house sells. I know I'm building all these houses, so now I'm like, okay, in 3 months, I'll have 3 more houses sold. In 6 months, all these will be on the market. This will be on the market. So it's like, I got plenty of money coming in. At that point, I was like, fuck it. Let's go buy a McLaren, That's when I kind of felt like I could, after I had reinvested into my business. And so, yeah, that was about 2.5 years in. That's when I went and got my first McLaren 570. And yeah, it was a fucking badass car. I was out of prison like 2.5 years and had a fucking McLaren. Doors were going up, I was feeling like the man. Yeah, right there. Hey, pull it up, pull it up. You get it? Ooh.
Look at you.
I'm gonna get dirty over here, man.
Yeah, that's how you approach the real estate business too, man. Gotta get
Let
dirty.
me show up and let me get down here and figure this shit out.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Man, my fucking anxiety was ripping though.
Bro, I was like, fucking motherfuckers. Was it gonna start? Doesn't take long. And if I can do it in such a short amount of time, I can definitely teach y'all to do it in fucking half that time. It took me 2.5 years to get a McLaren. I can teach you how to do it in 1 year. It took me 4 years to get all the shit that I got. I can teach you how to do it in 2.